Got the parts on my table laid out ready for the glue up. I milled some stock for loose tenons. Join it together like that, but I'm going to glue this up in stages because it'd be way too complicated to try to do it all at one time. A YouTuber says I can get by with fewer clamps than I think. I really need to watch that guy's video because right now it looks like I need more clamps than I think. Okay, I got all my sub-assemblies glued together. I'm using the legs for clamping purposes, but I'm not actually gluing them in place. I'm going to use bolts to attach them so they can be removed for shipping. So I'll apply some painter's tape to hopefully keep any squeeze out from gluing the legs to the table. I'm using Tight Bond 3 to give me a little extra working time since this is going to be a semi-complicated glue up. I love it when I remember to do something when it's almost too late, but not quite. I had forgotten to sand these front and back pieces, and once they're glued together it can be a real pain. I got lucky on that one. So we'll try this again. Mark the top because if I don't, I know I'll get it in wrong, because that's just the way I work. If I can do it backward, I will do it backward. If I sit these front legs up too soon, I will knock them over. Video timed out before I finish the glue up, but this is the end result. During my glue up, let's see if I can focus this. My frame is off a little bit. Not sure how that happened, but it's about 1/16 of an inch. If it was maybe a 32nd, I'd probably leave it, but with there being this much, it's going to leave too much of a gap between the top of the frame and the coffee table top. So I'm going to have to bust it apart and start over. Luckily, I got another piece of my triangle stock left over that I can cut to size to replace the one that I'm getting ready to break. You've got to be kidding. I can't believe that cut across the grain easier than it did with it. It's almost clean on this side. A little bit of scraping. It'll be looking good. The little chisel is not too heavy. It needs sharpening. A little bit of scraping and we'll be back in business. Got the misaligned corner cleaned up and glued back together. I only took a couple of clamps to hold it the way I wanted it. So I'm getting ready to pull them off and see what I've got. Oh, it's aligned well and looking good. Let's see if I can. Especially since I sanded it smooth.